Hello and welcome back to my channel. Happy October. Are you ready for spooky season? I feel like I've been celebrating spooky season since the beginning of September, but here we are, and now it's appropriate to celebrate spooky season, I guess. Today I'm very excited to share with you the October pick for Ezeekat's book club. Now, I realized about halfway through September that I should pick a spooky book for October. So I started reading a bunch of spooky books and like checking out a bunch of spooky books and doing some research. And I found a couple that I really liked, but this one in particular really stood out to me. And I just really liked the vibe. I really liked the creepiness factor. And there was something about this book that really stood out that I was like, yes, if there's ever a book that I'm going to talk about being a scary book, it's going to be this book. And I'll explain why. So without further ado, October's pick for Ezeekat's book club is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. First and foremost, we should mention that I am terrified of bees, and there are lots of bees on the cover. So when I picked this book up, I was like, yeah, this is probably a book that's going to terrify me. It did not terrify me for the reason of bees, but it is still creepy. Small Favors is not a terrifying book, but it is a slow burn, haunting type thriller that will make you feel creeped out. You'll be wondering what's going on, what's happening the whole time through this book. In some ways, Small Favors reminds me of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue when it comes to making deals with dark gods. And in other cases, it reminds me of M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, just in the overall vibe and what's going on and the setting and this small town that's sort of cut off from everything around them. But don't worry, even if you've seen The Village, the ending is very different and it won't spoil that for you. Small Favors is not a jump out of your seat scary book, but it is a book that will make you feel unsettled. It's a book that'll make you feel creeped out. It's a book where after you finish reading it, you'll start to think, ugh. Ultimately, Small Favors is my favorite kind of spooky book. It's the kind of book that creeps up on you in the night. It's the kind of book that has imagery that will just leave you a little bit haunted. It's the kind of book where you might want to put it down for a second because you're a little creeped out. It's also a book that deals heavily with characters, questioning each other, questioning what's real, blaming each other, pointing fingers. It's creepy not just because of the creepy elements of the book, but in seeing like how quickly people will turn on each other. I'm so excited for you all to read Small Favors and talk about it with me. If you want to start discussing the book, you can go to the Goodreads link, which I've put in the description of this video. There will be a place to discuss the book with spoilers and a place to discuss the book without spoilers. Please follow those because this book is an easy one that you could accidentally spoil something for someone. So make sure that you're posting in the correct boo thing. What? I hope you have an awesome month filled with haunts and chills and thrills, or if you don't like any of these things, just maybe like lots of candy and pumpkin carving. Those things are fun too. So check out Small Favors, and I hope you enjoy it, and we'll talk about it at the end of the month. As always, happy reading.